Hello there, my fellow Abyssal explorers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Ascendancy, Episode 24, Gate Hauler. Alliance offer from Tritech. Guys, what do you think? So the advantage of an alliance with Tritech is obviously we get attacked, they get attacked. You know, it's a mutual aid type of thing. The disadvantage is, in an alliance, I might get pulled into wars, and the problem with that is if I'm at war with people, then the trade for my colonies could go down, depending on fewer trade partners, and also counter raids, right? Like, we might get threatened by other factions. So you guys can pick whether you want an alliance or not. There's some advantages, there's some disadvantages. You did originally vote that I form a relationship with them, so whether you want me to double down and actually commit to an alliance, that could be up to you. Combat drones. I should probably run the combat drones over to, Azrune. And I have 22 days to accept that, or decline that. Resource stockpile, I'm gonna bring this many transmutonics with me. And then before I refuel, I'm gonna change the composition of the fleet a bit. I want to take one wingman. I'll take Dave. Actually, no, I'll take the other demodded one. I'll take Dave and Turtle. I'll leave the that Enforcer has demods too. Okay. I like this fleet composition. Refit you for, instead of survey equipment, we're gonna go with fuel tanks and cargo and fuel. Okay. Yep. That'll work. Withdrawing a lot from stockpile here. It's possible to swing by Kanta and Scrimshaw. Dingolks. I'm gonna do a little bit of smuggling before I get down to head to the point. Oh, it's okay. I think you guys say forget the alliance offer, which is good because they Tritech just literally lost another planet. A little worried about them for like long-term sustainability. Alright, so I'm gonna head over to Conflagration, jump into the core, smuggle a little bit to Vecna, and then head down towards the Abyss. Monthly expenses kicked my butt because I bought all the smuggling stuff, but I should be able to make that money back. What's my debt? Only 100k? Okay, that's totally fine. Make sure I have shielded cargo? I don't. They wouldn't be looking for that anyway. Shielded cargo is more like if I have illegal stuff. I don't have anything illegal. I just am smuggling a bunch of things that are legal. Which is a little different. If I was moving around organs or... Well, I do have drugs. I'll just have to save and be very careful. Maybe I'll drop into Scrimshaw and then go over to Kanta. Excuse me. That was the Lud Church, not the Lud Path. And I'm still on good terms with the church. Or neutral terms. This should be the gravity well for Scrimshaw. Yep. Wait, is this not in... No, there is a deficit. Okay, cool. And then... the Volvals are going over to Kanta. I'm hoping to pick up more missions for that region of the world, but doesn't seem likely. Just so I can make a little bit more money, because obviously I broke the bank with everything that I resupplied and smuggled. Oops. Alright, we're looking good. We've got the crew, we got the fuel, we got the transblue. We're good to go. I like how it's like Disco Show. Just keeps changing the colors. So we do have a mission to go to Lugast. Where's the closest gate? I don't have a lot of southwest gates. So probably head to Brea, hit one of the hit Marathon's Red Giant, and jump west. Go to Lugast, do those two missions, go to Weaver, jump down towards Limbo. So we're going to Brea next. I don't want to be part of your war. Go away. No. So we have the Church and Hedge going to peace with the Persean League, which is good, because I think the Persean League doesn't have anything left. I think they're dead, basically. How do I see... I think they really only have one planet now. Yeah, Enyen. As long as Enyen's kind of well defended, maybe they will not go bye-bye. But it'd be a real shame if they went bye-bye, because fewer enemies of the Hedge Church is worse for me. Azaroon. Stability is back up to 5. Good, good, good. So it's credits per month is going to be a lot less problematic. Petrable. What happened there? Huge shortage of ores and transplutonic ores because Azerin stopped exporting? That doesn't actually make that much sense. I don't know what's going on there, but that hurt my local economy pretty hard. Yeah, there's shortages of heavy armaments and ship components. Oops. Didn't mean to go dark. Okay, so Brea to Marathon to Lugast. And then to whatever the black hole's named. That's pretty good. Got me 60% of the way there. And then hit every storm possible. Alright. Those monthly expenses was last month's debt, mostly. I think what I might do, just so that I don't have any money problems, is stop hazard paying until I get back to core. Because I'm not really sure I can afford to keep paying out the nose. I'd rather be in the net positive. Alright, so what am I actually doing here at Lugast? Although these missions will help to pay a little bit. So I've got an equipment cache in a ring system some distance away from the center, and a derelict ship some distance away from the center. Oh, well, the equipment cache was easy to find, at least. There was also Jungle World here, which is good to know. Might be worth surveying. Ooh, got a whole bunch of crew out of that. Didn't actually want a bunch of crew. This actually, depending on this barren world, this actually might not be a terrible system to colonize at some point. Because it has a stability relay. It has a jungle world, which is... It's hot, but it doesn't have transplutonic ore. And it's pretty habitable in the scheme of things. And if this is a hot, barren world... Yeah, it's extreme heat barren world. Yeah, this would have been a good system. Not perfect, but, like, not bad at all. Ooh, those are some big fleets. Careful who I piss off here, I suppose. There, come on. So the other one was in a ring system, right? So it's somewhere in this belt. Right? Derelict ship. No, it's just some distance away. Okay. So it could be anywhere. But it's probably in a cluster of derelict ships, I'd imagine. Well, fortunately for this administrator, I don't need another one right now. Definitely don't want to pay one. Maybe I'll take control of the, wow, another... Oh, and it even has diffuse falls. I'll take control of the comms beacon. Got another administrator? I don't need more. If we wanted to do tech mining, there's a crazy amount of ruins in here, too. Okay, now I have the sensor array, so finding stuff might be a little bit easier. Let's check this southern section of the solar system. Haven't really gone that way. Worst case scenario, I could abandon this quest and just move on. I was hoping to make it a little bit more scratch to keep the budget afloat. Oh, come on. That's just a stupid fleet, isn't it? Oh, here we go. Maybe. Looks promising. Yep. I know I'm over capacity. I'll dump some stuff in a second. Just wanted to do it once rather than every time I salvaged a ship. Alright, we are good to move on. Heading towards Weaver, the black hole, so that we can launch into the abyss. So I'm launching towards Limbo. There we go. It got dark. I hope I have enough fuel and supplies to survive this trip. So with the little bit of more money that I have, I might... Oh, that's pretty expensive. Never mind. Between Azeroon and Petrable. Wow, why is there such a... What is going on? Oh, God. My home system is just getting absolutely decimated by local police. Or local pirates and something. Like, something's going on where all of the shipments to Azeroon, from Azeroon to Petrable for refining has been ganked. Which is why those two planets are screwed up right now. I mean, can't do much about that from here. Oh, we got a ping of something. Oh, good, it's an Abyssal light. Alright, so the church declares conquest victory. I don't care. It's meaningless to me. What was that ping? I'm gonna ignore it. So here we are in Limbo. Do I want to blow you up? Yeah, sure, why not? What could I do? So if I got Orbital Works, if Petrable grew and invested in Orbital Works, it would be able to field way better local police to keep harassment down. So that would be the way to prevent loss of trade shipments within my systems. That and Yeah. It's really just an orbital works thing, I think. Bigger stations are helpful, but only really if the attack comes not near a gate. Alright. Mothballed equipment cache. Probably going to want to recover a little bit more before I do that. Galactic Federation wanted peace with Tritac, but it failed. Because the hedge said no. Of course they did. Oops. Meant for them to be my escorts, not hang back. This will be a little bit harder of a fight. They do have the Guardian here. And I brought a pretty small fleet with me. I'm hoping the Eradicators that I brought have good enough missiles to be able to help with this. Because this is definitely just a flux fight of like who gets flux maxed first. So I'm going to set them on full assault. I might even drop my shields to try to passively vent. So I can keep the pressure up on the Guardian. Here we go. Now I'm punching into its armor. That Eradicate, the Enforcer's getting absolutely murdered though. There's nothing I can do about that. Come on, Eradicators. Put skin to the game. So they're down to just the Guardian. So this should be relatively easy as a result. I mean, they have like tiny ships, but they don't have any Berserkers left. And all I have to do is just sit on it, keep the flux high, and kill it. It got destroyed as my fortress shields were up. That's embarrassing. Oh, that went smoother than I thought it would. Only the Enforcer went down, which is not bad at all. Far less wreckage than I thought I would get, though. So, this is the wormhole scanner and one of the two wormhole anchors. So there's two ways to do mass transit later in the game, like late game. which is gates and wormholes. And the wormholes you can set up on stability points to open up fast travel between 2 points, which is really useful to like connect to otherwise to separate galaxies. But I'm really here for the gates. Really? A fake entity? Here's an async gravity well. And it's a little barren world. Now, because I've recently gone through this entire quest line, I'm not really reading anything as a result. I've had other series where I've done the Abyssal and read every text and all that. It's just not worth my time to do it again. Becomes a bit redundant. But mostly all you need to know is like this was... It's like a... Used to be part of the domain's sphere of influence, and it got... It lost contact. So there's stories for every individual world. I hope I'm heading in the right direction. It's been a while since I've done the Abyssal search. I think it's southwest, but if you guys in the chat know better than I, correct me, because I don't want to be wandering around here in the wrong direction. And the core worlds are really getting upset here. I think I'm heading in the right direction. I cut a wormhole there, but I like to keep both ends of the wormhole. Well, I don't know. I kind of regret not doing that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I won't spoil it if you're ever going to do this quest yourself. Yeah, I'm way off map now. Oh, and I think that was the last... Yeah, that was the last demod. So we've removed all demods. Well, the income looked good. I think probably the mining... Yeah, the mining issues have gotten resolved. Which is why we made 24K. Does that put us on the radar for anyone? Only threats? Nah, just the fact that we have free ports. It's not that big of a deal. So I've been using interdiction pulses to speed us up, but the other way to use that is to do comms pings to increase detection range. So I'll try to do both. So I'm exploring kind of blind and slow. Okay, good. I found something. I was a little worried that I was heading the wrong direction. So if you stop finding stuff, you definitely are heading the wrong direction. Because unlike the rest of the galaxy, the Abyssal area here is sort of like predetermined. Meaning that that things aren't in a random location. They're not procedurally generated. I'm a little worried that I overshot the POI that I was looking for. I'm pretty sure I did. So I'm doubling back now. Keeping an eye on my fuel and my supplies to make sure I don't run out. I should also just probably do a prelim survey of all the places to go, so I know when I'm doubled back on myself. But yeah, it's pretty challenging to explore the Abyssal area. Done it a few times, just I don't have it memorized exactly. Let's do ping. Ooh, 32k. Profitability's going even up. Must say the seems like the core system is just way out of whack again. I don't really know how to modify Nexerelin with LunaLib to the point where, like, it doesn't do that. I wish I knew. So I think my plan is to, unless I find it on the way back to Limbo, to go back to Limbo and to set up the wormhole. I should have done that in the first place. Nope, this is where I wanted to be. Alright, so this has the domain gate era gate hauler. And it's been idle here. And I am activating it with 1,000 transplutonics I brought with me. And I'm going to awaken the gate hauler and send it over to Eamon once it wakes up. So this thing deploys a gate. This you can only do once ever. And in 686 days, the gate hauler will arrive in Eamon, and I'll be able to set up a gate at Eamon at a stability point. So I'm done with that. Let's head back to core. Rock on. So yeah, it's west-southwest of Limbo, for reference. Oh. Nah. I'll do it later. I came here for the gate. I was thinking about the other wormhole anchor, but I can always leave that for another time. Given my supplies and fuel and all that, I'm kind of eager to get back. So I don't want to run out of supplies and have my fleet fall apart. You think you can increase the points for alliances and expeditions to make them less frequent in LunaLib? I've changed a lot of those settings to make them less frequent, but that doesn't mean that, like, there isn't a bit of steamrolling. Now, one of the things that I did see that a lot of people commented on, like, YouTube videos, is one way to slow down the dominance of one faction is to use faction mods to add a whole bunch of factions, so that there's, oh wow, look at that profitability. Which, yeah, obviously would work, so that there can't easily be one dominant power. I just don't particularly like a lot of the faction mods. they can add in a lot of unintended things. I wish they were just more vanilla generic, but they aren't. They're thematic. And I didn't want this series to be like Star Trek factions or Star Wars factions or anything, you know, stuff like that. So I left them out on purpose. All right, Gate Hauler has entered open space, and in 686 days, it will arrive at Aemon. There wasn't any gates down here, were there? You know, I'm going to actually go for the closest orange star and hope that there's a gate there. That'd be awesome. Oh, good. I'm out of the abyssal space and can move again. Wait, why am I moving at night? Oh, because nebula. Duh. Another alliance offer from Tritech? Nothing really has changed between the last offer and this offer. So I'm going to turn that one down too. Or rather, just ignore it. I'm going to pop into Weaver, hoping that there's a gate there, but if there's not, I'll use Weaver's gravity well to slingshot me back towards civilization. No gate. So we'll head to the Estrella gate. So we made it out of the abyss with basically no supplies and very little fuel. Which is, let's pretend it's by design. I think it would be wise to... Oh, the church owns Saga now. They took that from Tritech. Tritech used to own it. It'd be wise to resupply a little bit in core before I go back home. But I would like to go back to my home world before the end of the stream. Just to check in. Oh. I am... How much money do I have? 400k? So the stability here dropped to 4, 8, 7. I think... I'm actually surprised that the shortages here haven't caused more stability loss. No, I'm not. I want to invest in it further, but I think it's unwise given my current financial situation. Because resupplying my my fleet and everything is going to cost so much money that I would go into the negative. Also, wouldn't be a terrible idea to try to hand over those cores just for a little bit more money over to Tritech. Provided there is still a Tritech. They've been getting a little pummeled. Yeah, they have at least one world at mute. I'll hand those cores over before they cease to exist. This galaxy's... Oh, hello. I'm gonna disengage using the story point. This system is remnanted up the butt. And the remnants are ridiculously aggressive. Bonus experience for combat is kind of nice, but wow, this system is so under siege. I just don't mind the bonus experience so that I can level up faster. It's... Dear Lord. Alright. Well, that got expensive to make that little jaunting run. Certainly didn't pay for that trip, but that's okay. Alright, let's get back to homeworld. As far as, I saw you typing, as far as fixing the local piracy issue, I can't afford to do anything about that. That will require Orbital Works, which requires far more capital than I currently have. Heavy Industry and Orbital Works are some of the more expensive things that you can invest in. Almost a Damon. Came down to Beta Kofu because of the slipstream that I can ride home. Hey, D-Bath! Man, thank you for all the gifted subs! Even beyond the uptime buzzer. I appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying this series. I hope it's for this series. I'm really curious as to why... I mean, I think all the piracy issues that I was having seem to have been resolved here. I think a lot of the shortages that I was experiencing aren't an issue here anymore. I could be wrong about that. Well, let's take a quick look. So Azaroon has some shortages, but that could just be local supply. All of the ores are making it to Petrable, and Sean has no issues as well. Sean's actually rolling in a bit of money. Okay, well, that in mind, I think I'm going to refuel my fleets a little bit, resupply the fleet a little bit. And this is where I am going to leave off. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Ascendancy, which originally streamed live on Twitch July 18th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you on next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow captains.